Hello and welcome to ESAT. I'm Ngudu Walde with the news. An Eritrean diplomat says a rule by an exclusive and ethnic group in Ethiopia has been proven to be a threat to peace and prosperity in the region, and only an all-inclusive political democracy is the way forward. Speaking to ESAT on the phone from Japan, Eritrean ambassador to that country, Stephanos Afwerki, said the solution to Ethiopia's political quagmire was to create a system in which is open to all political groups. Ambassador Afwerki said there is no legitimacy for an exclusive and ethnic administration in Ethiopia. The ambassador, who spoke on recent positive developments between Ethiopia and Eritrea, said it was not an option that the two countries start a dialogue to bring about peace, stability, normalization, and prosperity. He said integration is the way to extricate ourselves from poverty. Ethiopia and Eritrea have broken a wall of acrimony of 20 years when Addis Ababa announced 2 weeks ago that it would fully implement the Algiers Agreement and the decision of a boundary commission, two binding commitments that came after a 2-year bloody war that began in May 1998 and ended in June 2000. Asmara responded, saying it would send a delegation to Addis Ababa. Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki, speaking on the commemoration of the country's Martyrs' Day, said he would send a delegation to Addis Ababa to gauge current developments directly and in-depth, as well as to chart out a plan for continuous future action. Ambassador Afwerki told ESAT the two countries have been in 18 years of deadlock regarding the decision of the Boundary Commission. He said natural negotiation and dialogue is a must to resolve the border issue. He also said he expects the Eritrean government would send its delegation to Addis Ababa anytime soon. The developments in the past 2 weeks have ended 18 years of no war, no peace situation and brings relief to the people on both sides, who lost about 70,000 of their citizens in one of the world's bloodiest trench wars. We are over with the war in 2000. What is left is the goodwill of both governments to engage in dialogue, normalize, and bring peace, said the ambassador Stephanos Afwerki. The government of Eritrea has no hidden political card, the ambassador said, adding that Ethiopia and Eritrea are key players in East Africa, especially Ethiopia. Quote, he said, Ethiopia is the heart of East Africa. If the heart falls ill, the entire region falls ill too. That's according to the Eritrean ambassador to Japan, Stephanos Afwerki. Meanwhile, the United Nations has announced its readiness to support Eritrea and Ethiopia following recent peace overtures between the two neighboring states in the Horn of Africa. In a statement released by his spokesperson on Thursday, the UN Secretary General welcomed the, quote, positive steps taken to resolve outstanding issues regarding the normalization of relations between the two countries. The report by the UN News says Antonio Guterres also commended efforts by their leaders to achieve sustainable peace and good neighborly relations, which in turn will have positive repercussions in the entire Horn of Africa region. The UN chief also underlined his readiness to provide all support that may contribute to advancing and consolidating engagement between the two countries. Residents of the city of Dreddawa in eastern Ethiopia demand in a demonstration that the president of the Somali region step down, accusing Abiy Mohamed Omar's administration of instigating conflict among different groups and of corruption. The campaign against Abiy Mohamed Omar, who also goes by Abdi Ile, began 2 months ago when residents in 11 zones in the Somali region began taking to the streets to vent their anger against the president, whom they said has brought a reign of injustice, corruption, and lack of peace. Residents of the town who spoke to ESAT say the federal government should intervene to stop the regional president's misrule. Abdi Ile, who is president for the last 10 years, has been accused of having close ties to army generals who run contraband trade in the Somali region. Protests against the president began 2 months ago when he fired his entire cabinet members and replaced them with members of his clan and in-laws. That ends the news. Thanks for watching.